for being here. My co-host, my studio audience. Big holiday weekend. How you doing? Great. I said it's a big holiday weekend. The eating is always good this weekend. Plus, we got a lot of time off. You have a long weekend? Yeah. Exactly. You ready to help me? Yeah. Perfect. Now, this is the deal. Usher's ex is blaming their divorce on plastic surgery. Ooh. Charlie Sheen lashed out at Rihanna. Oh. And she lashed back. And Kylie Jenner has what some people are saying is a racy picture. It's causing controversy. I don't agree, but let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topic. Well, I love you all, so thank you. Thank you very much. So Charlie Sheen is furious at Rihanna. I know. First of all, he was celebrating his fiance's birthday at a restaurant where Rihanna was also dining. His fiance wanted to meet Rihanna. It was her birthday, you know? And Rihanna rejected the meeting. I guess this meeting, the conversation happened between like Charlie and the maitre d', and then the maitre d' went to Rihanna, and Rihanna said, you know, she rejected the meeting. So Charlie got on Twitter. Now, you know, he's, like Rihanna, Charlie has no filter in blasting people on social media either, so I think she's met her match. Because here's what he said. I'm guessing you needed those precious 84 seconds to situate that bad wig before you left the restaurant. Here's a tip from a real vet of this terrain. If you don't want to get bothered, don't leave your house. I don't have my card with Rihanna's tweet back. You guys forgot to put it on the table. Do you have one over there? Yep. Come on, bring it over. I do not have it. I don't have it. Where is it? Oh, you put it in the prompter. Thank you. She tweets back, if that old queen don't get her diapers out of a bunch, ... Well, as far as equally mean people or equally reading people, she's met her match. Charlie. I agree with Charlie, though. You know, there's something about knowing how to properly conduct yourself when you're a celebrity and you leave the house, particularly when you're in a restaurant. And I'm sure Charlie and his fiance weren't going to make a huge commotion over the meeting. Charlie's a star. He comes from a dynasty, the Sheens, you know, and Rihanna's a star also. So I don't know why she would have rejected it. It would have really only taken 84 minutes or 84 seconds for her to say, hello, how you doing, and happy birthday. And she was wearing the pink wig at the restaurant too, by the way. I guess this is her new look for now, and there's a bunch of paparazzi outside and stuff, and they papped her leaving the restaurant. Oh, Rihanna, you and your generation, you're so disrespectful. Ungrateful, and self-entitled. So, Usher has been divorced for many years. His ex-wife, Tamika, is speaking out about their divorce. The reason that she's speaking out is because she's part of that Hollywood Exes Atlanta show. So, you know, remember yesterday we were talking about, whose wife spoke out yesterday we talked about from the Hollywood Exes? Kevin Hart's, thank you. You were watching. Kevin Hart's wife spoke out yesterday, so now Tamika Raymond is speaking out, and she said that her problems with Usher started after she got secret liposuction 2 months after giving birth to their son, one of their kids. Well, secret liposuction is really difficult to get. To me, getting secret plastic surgery, I'm talking about the kind of surgery where you go under anesthesia, not those little lunchtime fillers and procedures and things, but I'm talking about, you know, you go under, you could possibly die and leave your kids and their dad alone. So here she goes flying off to Brazil to get secret liposuction. Well, now, he You know, like when you're a rock star or a movie star, I would imagine that as a spouse of one of them, you do spend a lot of time by yourself while your spouse is all around the country, and you really do have the time to heal, and nobody would be the wiser. And you know, with liposuction, if anybody knows or familiar, you know I am. It's just little tiny hole. It heals up. You put a little moisturizer on it, it heals up, and nobody would ever know the difference. So you could. It's not like a breast implant where you have to get cut, or you know, a nose job where it's obvious as the nose on your face. Anyway, we have the clip of Tamika talking, and then we'll continue talking. Go ahead.
And I went to Brazil and tried to get lipo and almost died. I think that embarrassed him to, like, oh no, I'm packing up. She's a nut.
You regret getting on that plane and going to Brazil?
Oh, babe. We love you, honey. Of course. Of course. I mean, of course. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes. I undertook a lot in getting into such a public relationship, and I think I nagged him as a result of what I was going through. So I was just always in his ear. I was always, why don't you, I was being such a bitch.
Well, I mean, she's had years to talk about this, so don't say, oh, she's only doing this to drum up business for this Hollywood Exes show, which I still don't care about. He probably started fighting with her after this because it's the secretness of the liposuction, the idea that she didn't end up getting it because, as you saw, you know, she almost died. And I think he was probably embarrassed that his wife snuck off to Brazil to get secret plastic surgery. That's a bad secret to keep. It's equivalent to me to like cheating, like, you know, having an affair. I mean, that secret surgery is a big deal. That's huge. Anyway, so it's been years and she's gone on her way and he's gone on to have success in his own right. That night that he had to fly to Brazil, he was supposed to be performing at the music mogul Clive Davis. Clive was having some sort of big party in Hollywood. And I guess Usher's phone rang. You're where? What happened? What? Oh, damn. So he went to Brazil to see her, and now they're divorced, and we haven't heard a peep from her for a minute. Only now she's talking, and I don't care. Madonna and Katy Perry have teamed up as cover girls for V Magazine. Now, you know Madonna's 55, and Katy's 29. I think that Madonna at 55 years old, and she's got a terrific body. And she's got a good face too. You know, sometimes it's overinflated, but once everything settles, you know how that goes. Once it settles, she looks good. You know, she's got a really youthful, peppy, steppy. She's a really youthful representation of 55, but I think that it's time for her to stop posing provocatively and put that away. You know, people are saying that Madonna is too old to be posing like that. Listen, I think that she is too old to be posing like that, you know, and in such a way. And Katy, you know, Katy is young, and this is what her generation does, to cry for attention. Of course, Madonna has schooled all these young girls on exactly what it takes to be an icon. They both have something in common. They both come from really religious families. Isn't that funny how church girls are always... I'm gonna hold my tongue. All I'm saying is read my mind. So they both come from heavily religious families. And Madonna says that it took her own dad a long time to embrace her raunchy antics. And so here's what she says. I would always say, Dad, I'm an artist. I have to express myself. You don't understand. I think he's finally come to terms with it. It's only taken 30 years. By the way, what happened to my groove on Sirius XM? Why is the groove all Michael Jackson? Are you noticing that? I mean, I like Michael Jackson. I'm trying to hear Cheryl Lynn, Got to Be Real. I'm trying to hear Chic, Freak Out. You know, when I come to work in the morning, honey, I like to hear my classics where I know all the words, you know, Grace Jones music and stuff. And I'm hearing Michael Jackson. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Michael Jackson, but I was never like, ooh, Michael, the Jackson 5. I don't like the new song. I'm not interested in the new album. because I'm just not freaked out by, I never have been. And I just can't take Michael Jackson all day, 24 hours a day on my groove on Sirius. So can somebody send me a telegram over there and let me know where the new groove is? I am sick to death. I like my oldies. By the way, back to Madonna and Katie. So, you know, then you have to think about these singers and these artists. Like, Madonna is an icon. Madonna can perform from now until forever, not the new music. Nobody cares about that. I'm talking about the stuff like Vogue and Holiday, you know, and Express Yourself, the good stuff. She could perform forever, but I was thinking, and I was talking with my staffers, and I came up a list of singers who I believe have a shelf life. In other words, there's an expiration date, and it's somewhere between 5 and at the most 10 years. Katy Perry, to me, is one of those girls. I don't see where we would be listening to Katy Perry music 10 years from now, where she could take a residency in Vegas 10 years from now, where we would sell our souls to go to a Katy Perry concert 10 years from now. I'm sorry, and her music makes me feel young, California dreaming and stuff like that, but she has an expiration date. Don't hate on me, monsters, but I think Gaga has an expiration date. You agree? Oh my gosh. I so thought you were gonna fight me on this one, but I'm telling you right now, and I know Gaga is talented. She plays the piano and sings at the same time. Sometimes you get lost with her talent because of her costumes and stuff, but I really don't think that you're gonna be caring about Lady Gaga in 5 to 10 years from now. She's got a shelf life. She's no icon. She's not staying power. Now I'll tell you who honestly I feel has staying power, like they can perform from now until they're 100 years old and we'll still care. Mariah Carey. Beyonce. And for different reasons, Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez is constantly reinventing herself. You know, she produces shows on TV that we don't even know about. All you see is her name at the end, La Lopez, and you're like, wow, you know? Yeah, so to me, there's a difference between some random song you know on the radio with these artists and people who have like real staying power. That's all. Now, people are going after Kylie Jenner, saying that she's gone too far with the selfie that she posted. She's posing sexily, they say, wearing a skimpy outfit. Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you. She's only 16 years old. When I have to pick, like he normally takes the bus, but when I pick my son up from school, especially this time of year, the weather's been really nice, all I see are short shorts and long white legs. And brown legs. But look. Those girls, show me a pair of shorts that she's wearing. Show me the denim shorts that she's wearing, because I can tell you this is exactly what the shorts look like. We had a second, no, the shorts. What's the matter with you all? We have a pair of, we had a girl with a pair of denim shorts in our Hot Topics meeting, and I just wanted to show that picture to give you an example of exactly what I see when I'm laying low behind the wheel and I pick up our son and he's in 8th grade. You know, it's short season now, and these girls are wearing shorts up to here, and the schools apparently aren't saying anything. And I don't feel that picture of Kylie Jenner down on the ground posing like that is too provocative, because how do we know it's not a pair of poom-poom shorts? This, unfortunately, is the wave of the future. This is how these 16-year-olds are. So, and I didn't say it's right. It wouldn't be my daughter, but unfortunately, you know, with this social media, these pictures get out, and it's real easy to say that this is distasteful on account of she has that mother and she's from that family. So it's easy to say it's distasteful, but that's how the kids are these days, and my son loves it. Jessica Simpson has created a billion-dollar fashion industry. We've talked about this before. There's not a woman watching or a woman in this audience who doesn't have a Jessica Simpson something. Whether it's a piece of jewelry, a pair of those good shoes that you get at the DSW for a good price. Do you know what I mean? She even has size 11s for the big foots. She's got those good clothes. And she credits her weight struggles to her success. For her success, she says that she's been every size on the planet, and she understands a woman's body and how we want to dress. What I think is more so than that, Jessica, and I appreciate you understand a woman on a budget and how to price. Her price points are excellent. And also what I like about Jessica a lot is that, yeah, I've seen her carry YSL bags, but I've also seen her more times than not carrying her own Jessica Simpson bags. She's one celebrity that has got a sick bag collection. Have you ever noticed her handbags, or is that just me? Some celebrities have nice bags, but no. Every time she steps out of the house, she's got something that makes your mouth water. And a lot of times, those bags that she's carrying are hers. She wears her own shoes, she wears her own clothing. I think she's very relatable, and I've always said this. I really do like Jessica Simpson. By the way, she recently posted a picture on social media of her 2 kids driving those little plastic cars. Oh. Oh. The cutest kids ever. A lot of these celebrities, though, really need to come down off Mars and price right, because Jessica does outsell most of these celebrity lines because she speaks to us as regular women. Victoria Beckham, I don't know her, but I do know that when I'm at the Neiman Marcus, I'm seeing $3,000 price tags for a piece of material that is called a dress. And those Olsen twins, they sell like crocodile backpacks and all kinds of fancy stuff. For that thing with Walmart has been over. I mean, the Olsen twins have priced themselves out of most people's pocketbooks. But this Jessica Simpson, hand over fist. These celebrities who do the regular stuff, like Kathy Ireland and Brooke Shields for Ray Moore and Flanagan and Lazy Boy, that's the way to go. You relate to the regular people. It's nice to know that they haven't lost touch, like Dr. Dre hasn't lost touch. He's a new billionaire, or certainly has more money than he did. I guess he had to divide the money, so I don't know how much billion he is in the air. But he sold his Beats by Dre, which gives him a whole bunch of money. But he has a very down-to-earth point of view. His oldest son, Curtis, is 33. Dre had Curtis. Oh my God, spitting image, right? Whew. Dre had Curtis when Dre was only 17 years old. And Dre's oldest son, Curtis, says that he doesn't expect to see any of his father's money. Curtis isn't bitter about it, but he says, he's trying to make it on his own as a rapper. His name is Hood Surgeon. He recently was flying on the plane, but he flew in coach, and I think that that's great. I think that it's great that Dr. Dre has not, spoiled his kids and kind of teaches them, get your own. However, I would be so disappointed if my son, if I was a rapper, an iconic rapper, went into rapping and nobody's ever heard of him until this story. At least not here, over here. Had you ever heard of Hood Surgeon? I often wonder, and I know that it's a lot, to push kids to go into their parents' business and stuff like that, but at the very least, if you're not going to be an executive making your own 7 figures because you earn it, not because your dad just gave you a job. To me, growing up as Dr. Dre's son, he's got to have a wealth of knowledge in his head pertaining to the business part of music. So I would love, if this was my son, to see him with a corner office, being a boss, making great money, standing side by side with his dad, running things, as opposed to, as opposed to wanting to rap himself. You know what I mean? That's like Michael Jordan's son. Michael Jordan's son plays basketball too, but he's not as good as his dad. You didn't know he played basketball? Well, he does. Or he did. He's not, hot, good like his father, unfortunate. But anyway, good for you, Dr. Dre. And hi, Hood Surgeon. You've got to be kidding me. That's it for Hot Topics? Well, before we go, I want to make an announcement. We have teamed up with our friends at Aaron's to win a room in June. are giving away an entire bedroom, a complete living room, kitchen and laundry room appliances, and your very own mom cave. And all you have to do is go to wendyshow.com and tell us why you need a new room. And you may end up owning one.